Hey, in this video, I want to talk about LinkedIn automation tool, which is called LinkedHelper. I'm going to say right away that it looks a lot like 90s software, very weird. And when I downloaded it, you actually have to download it. And when I downloaded it, I was like, really? Is this LinkedIn automation tool? But I think I can forgive the bad UI to this tool because of the great automation it does. What I really liked is that it grabs a lot of information. And I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. When you're conducting especially cold outreach, and when you're trying to stand out and to get people to like you and to get people to accept whatever you're offering to them, it's very important to be precise and to be very particular. And that is how, for instance, I believe that we should save this about summary info also through our extension to reply. Because, for instance, if I am writing an email to Olivia and I really want to make sure that I talk as personalized as possible, I can also say something like, I see you're developing multi-channel campaigns. Which channel is your favorite? Yeah, because this is exactly what she puts there. And this is something that I want to refer to make sure that I am involved in what she has to say and to showcase. So this is something I really like, as well as this one here. The showing of mutual connections. When you save someone from LinkedIn, it would be cool to be able to see your mutual connections with them. Once again, because if I were to write a cold email to Olivia, I would say something like, hi Olivia, Alex Panchuk has told so many interesting things about you that I just couldn't help myself but try to get into your network. And this already really warms up the whole situation and brings up a linking person here. And of course, maybe in reply, we shouldn't save the whole job descriptions and whatever, but I do believe that we should save the past experience and the past jobs and titles, because it is very relevant when you're doing an outreach to a person. You want to make sure that you come across as an interested person. So for instance, again, if I was writing an email to Olivia, I would say something like, oh, I see you worked as a PR manager in Trade Hout Ista, and now you seems like you're more into brand development. How did that change go for you? Why did you find it more interesting, or why didn't you want to be PR manager anymore? So this is something that is really personal, and you want to answer personal questions. You don't want to answer questions. Let me know if you want me to help you grow your business, or something like this, or those catchy SDR and marketing phrases. You want to make sure that the person can relate to your question, and you can only get that. You can only achieve that if you operate with as much information about them as possible. This is my favorite thing ever. You can automatically endorse people on LinkedIn, and this is way better than just viewing profile or things like this. Like, everyone likes compliments. Everyone wants to be praised and patted on their head and told that they're a good boy or girl. Everyone needs this appreciation, I guess. So this is a very basic human psychological need that now can be automized. Yeah. So it was just beautiful. You create a campaign, endorse first connections, you add people, and they're being endorsed automatically. This is a screenshot. I was watching it happen very eagerly, and yeah, it was really, really cool. So yeah, I endorsed Stas in English. Also, and I'll show you how it works. It is very safe. It takes a while to go from page to page. It kind of performs in the way a human would perform, and you can here even choose if you want it to be faster or you want to keep it safe. Depends on how many profiles you want to work on per day. So I think this is also very cool that it doesn't feel very fake to LinkedIn. It's not easy to be determined as an automation. And this one is also a very good one. So when you search for contacts and you will kind of grab their pages, you can select things like school alumni page or list who viewed your profile or people to whom you sent invitations. And these are great places to find people who will be interested in you. Like wherever it is that you're doing, people from your university or college will be more likely to get in touch with you and to do business with you than just random strangers. So these suggestions were very good as well. Well, and just to say, not only suggestions, it takes you there, yeah, and it gets people from there. Sorry. And here is like the basic one, the probably the most common scenario. You connect on LinkedIn and you write a message. So I already started this sequence and this campaign, and I added Stephanie to my network like this. So this is, again, a screenshot from the whole process, and it was very cool to see. And I'm just going to show you right here how it's done. So I added, I told you the sequence, and now like it's going to automatically send him a connection request from me. It takes a little while, but I just wanted to show you this one. There. I have a pending request to Anatol right now. So there you go, and you can speed it up a bit, and you can keep it as slow as it is, but I think it is very cool. Another thing is you have an ability to just, again, like I just did with Anatol, I just sent him a connection request, and I can also set people requests to follow, though this is a screenshot from me following Bogdan Slipak. And this is pretty cool as well, because adding a connection request is kind of personal, you know, you have to know the person and stuff like this, and following is more like easy way, like you don't have to be in any connection to do that. And I think many people would like that as well, because it's kind of, yeah, I'm there, I exist, I follow you, but it's not as pushy as adding someone, as connecting to someone. Well, and also there is a possibility to send the email. This is my second best. So there is a possibility to check for replies, and this is just fantastic. So, for instance, your action first could be an email, and then it checks for replies, and then if the person didn't reply, it could happen something else, and if they replied, you can, for instance, add them to a group or whatever else. So this is pretty cool. And then there are stats for this, so the fact that it checks for replies is really very cool. And there are filters here, like whether there is avatar. I don't know why it matters, but I guess if they did it, then for some people it matters. Then a premium influencer. This was interesting for me. Like, how do you define people? Like, do they have to say on their profile, I'm an influencer? Well, I don't know, but also cool that you can filter it out. And job seeker, that is also very relevant if we want to acquire those recruiters. Well, an open link, so those filters to filter out, and also here the relationship. So if it's first connection, second connection. So once they're saved and you're working with them, there's also a nice way to filter them out. And of course, the reports, well, mine look puny here, but Very cool that it's paired, invited and accepted. So people who accepted your invitation as per people who were invited, and then messaged and replied. Very nice. Very important to have this metric. And I also really enjoy how they combine the two, and you can see that, like, for instance, 70% of people I invited accepted my request and 30 didn't. So this gives a good perspective, because just the number of accepted invites isn't as let's say, isn't as obvious, and isn't as numeric as the invited to accepted. Well, and the same was messaged and replied. Users like it a lot. So yeah, you can start working in 10 minutes. This is true. After the first 7 minutes that you just, or how old it is, then you just kind of get it. And I was really surprised with the amount of very good reviews about it, even though like the UI is terrible. Yeah. And here I highlighted this. So with LinkedHelper, I've been a consistent top performer in my last 5 roles. This is the reviews that I would love to see for Reply. So this person reviews this app by the gain that they received from this app, from this platform. They're talking about their benefit and how well they did, yeah, in their job. While describing it, I found it very cool when people talk about something they use like this. And of course, about saving people to CSV, then you can export them. And yeah, so also extrapolation data. So not only automation that people like, but also the ability to drop it into Salesforce, HubSpot. Yeah, of course, the endorsing has helped become more engaged with the community. Of course, you become known with the community. So this endorsement is indeed a hit. And again, it's been one of the best tools I've ever used in any sales role at any company. So these are very loud words. What people don't like is it's, well, old school and antiquated. Yeah, for sure. And here, look at this one. This person is scared that the LinkedIn could change something and the tool might not function. Can you imagine how attached this person is, how reliant this person is, and how satisfied this person is with LinkedHelper if it scares them that it might not work anymore? This is something I put onto users don't like, but this can be interpreted as it is vital to me. This tool is really important to me, which is actually a good thing. Well, and here it's about getting your account terminated if you misuse it, yeah, if you overuse it, and also about if people use emojis in their first name, it can take the first part and then it's gonna like be weird, like hi and some emoji instead of a first name. But that is, I guess, not that big of a problem. But that's about it. Not much more negative things were said. And here, I'm not expecting any of you to read it right now, but this was a love letter. Look how long it is. And like, incredible does not adequately describe my thoughts of LinkedHelper application. This guy here goes on and on how great it is and how much better his life become after using it. There you go. Simply stated, this solution has single-handedly revolutionized the way in which I prospect for business. So to read this, it was really like, okay, people, well, at least the niche, at least the ones who use it, really love it. And my biggest conclusion from this whole situation and this whole thing here is that we really need our LinkedIn automation, because it's very much appreciated, it's very needed, and people would do a lot for it, and they would pay a lot for it just to be able to get rid of these routinious tasks. So so I think we should think in the direction of LinkedIn automation. And that will be it for now. Thank you for staying with me.